Alright, just in case I don't take another trade for the rest of the day, because I might not. Gonna do a review of what I did wrong and what I did right, and the trades I took. Um, Very frustrated with how I traded today. Very, 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 very poor. No excuse for the trades I took, or not the trades I took. No excuse for how I executed on the trades, and we'll get into that. But my daily bias, you see my charts marked up because I don't want to redraw this while recording. I just want it to be there. It's from the other day. But my daily bias, I mean, we're in this massive imbalance. We're failing to displace through these lows. We're running these imbalances. We haven't closed above it yet. But I mean, we have this massive bullish imbalance on the 1 hour. We have these relative equal highs. We did have an SMT with I think this high with ES, but ES is running to all-time highs anyways. I'd expect so. I was very bullish going today, regardless. But this is a 1 hour chart, and this wasn't. I was just so bullish because we have this accumulation right here, and since I was bullish anyways, I was bullish yesterday. The bias didn't play out crazy, but we got out unharmed. All right. But yeah, so I was bullish yesterday, and then yesterday just was bearish. It came down, but we swept the low again, which I don't know if that was any news or not, but we take the low out, and now I'm like, okay, cool. I'm still bullish again today because now we broke structure on the 4 hour on ES. ES was bullish. 1 hour we broke structure to the upside on NQ, so I'm bullish there. So I was bullish going into today. That is why I wanted to see this accumulation. London's low was down here. This was Asia and London, which is normally when you see consolidation, you see AM, the New York AM go crazy, like an actual good move. That being said, I was going to the morning, really targeting the data highs. This was 8:30 news, and Dodgy talks about the data highs like crazy. I've seen it play out crazy. I know that's a very, very strong liquidity. And if I'm bullish and there's data highs, you already know I should be eating, right? So we go into the morning. I was like, please don't take that data highs before I get in the market, because this is around 9:15 when I start looking at the markets. We leave a high there, and then we start to sell off. Market opens right here, and I couldn't believe my eyes because we immediately dump, take the lows. You couldn't ask for less. You couldn't ask for less obvious manipulation to stop the traders out. Less obvious lack of displacement. And I'm like, okay, bet. ES didn't even get near it. Data highs. We have this high. Okay, how can I get in this trade? Because I'm very confident. I don't like just buying the bottom here. I could have just bought on this wick, put my stop, down here, and just rode it all the way up. But I don't have confidence in that. I could have got wrecked. I don't have confidence in this soup, I guess. So I go into this trade. I'm like, okay, how can I get in? Everything looks good. This is basically, for me, an A+ setup. We have this accumulation. We come down, manipulate. We have data highs above. We're in a fair value gap to the side. I'm bullish. Everything's aligning. So I switched on to the 2 minute to try and find a singular fair value gap. The inverse, what do we see right here? We have this 2 minute. So I'm like, okay, cool. If this thing gets broken, I guarantee the data highs is getting taken. But if not, I knew that we'd get to my break even and get a risk-free trade. So I ended up taking off the 1 minute, even though it wasn't a singular fair value gap, just because I was so sure of the NQ taking these data highs. So we get the break above the fair value gap. I'm like, okay, bet. I slapped longs. I didn't hesitate for a second. Actually, I might have hesitated, which is not good. I wish I had just slapped longs. But I think I was in between taking the 2 minute or the 1 minute, and the 2 minute hadn't finished printing above yet. So I was kind of hesitant. I was like, should I jump in? But then I ended up getting in somewhere around here. Really happy with the entry. My stop was down at these lows, 30 points, y'all. Like, this wasn't a fun stop to have. But I put the 30-point stop in because it's a massive fair value gap. This is like kind of like news, big manipulation, big sell-off. Volatility at 938, a lot. So let me actually get full screen here. So volatility is a lot here. So I was like, okay, bet. Let me slap it long. I did, and then we end up closing on the 2 minute. We end up closing above, so it's even more confirmation. The 3 minute is inverse now. Everything is inverse. So I'm like, okay, cool, even more confidence. I know these data highs are getting taken. I know this high's getting taken. My mistake gets made here. I'm like, okay, cool. We're about, what's that, 2 points away from the break even. I was like, you know what? I kind of want to move break even. Okay, we're getting close again. We're getting close again. And I was like, you know what? I'm just moving my stop to break even. I'm not trying to get stopped out in this trade. We're getting close. I don't want to come down and lose $300. Or I was trading 3 micros, so it would have been less. I didn't want to lose the trade. And I moved to stop break even before I was supposed to. This is where I'm supposed to. I get stopped out to the tick. Pretty much. To the tick. And what do you know? Same old story. We go to break even point. Right here, we would have got to break even. And 1 minute for value gap holds and takes the data highs. Simple. Very good trade. Happy with how I saw it. Obviously, what I could learn is to just not move my stop loss until my rules get hit. If I would have put my stop loss here and got stopped at break even after take that, I'd be upset, but at least I followed somewhat rules. I didn't follow any rules moving to break even that early. So it just sucks because I just missed out on a really good trade. Got a really good day. But it is what it is. That's what I learned. That's my biggest mistake. And after this, along in this move, I did chase a few times. I just got in because I was kind of upset. Again, very bad. Made a little bit of money. Around $50 up on the day just from doing stupid stuff, chasing price, same old issues. Not happy with that. But the positives are, I saw this trade from a mile away. I wanted to see this logo swept. Thought it would sweep more, maybe take a little bit longer. I didn't think it'd be this quick. But exactly what I want to see. This is like an A+ setup for me. Data highs. Should have been a smooth trade. And we'll get there. But after that gets taken, not too much happened. We kind of sell off again. I really was bullish for higher. But I was like, okay, cool. Let's get some structure to validate. We sell off. Make a 5 minute for value gap bearish. And then we just kind of go sideways here. We make a 1 minute bullish that comes in later. We tap the 1 minute one time. We hold. And we kind of just sit in this 5 minute. So I'm like, cool, okay, we just swept liquidity here. We just swept this liquidity again. Like, we're in the middle of a bigger time frame range, right? So I was like, okay, what are we doing here? We come down, we put in a high again, and now we come down, sweep this little low, hold the 1 minute, and then this is my second trade. We inverse the 1 minute here, and right on this candle, I slap longs. First target here, second target here, stop below here, and I did the same thing. What the heck? Come on, bar replay. Oh well, we're in live time anyways. Actually no, okay, we're cool. I went to break even, got stopped out because I didn't like this trade. I went to 2 micros, so I just wasn't feeling this trade because I don't know. So I got stopped out break even early. Let's see if it even got there. It would end up getting my TP1, and then I'd be getting stopped probably for close to break even. Let's see on this next candle. I'll get stopped for break even. So we would have made 14 points, which would have been like $28 on the 1 micro, and then stopped to break even. But so it's not a killer trade, but it really is a trade that I should be avoiding because we didn't really do anything here. We took a high, so we have no real reason to go higher before manipulating at the lows. ES has a lot of liquidity to the bottom, to the downside. And then when you really look at it on the bigger time frame, we're just chopping here. We're just going sideways, and until we get some displacement out of this range right here, then there's really just no real quality that I can really trade. So I might just call it a day here, which will be a week because Friday we don't have trading. Very frustrating week. I blew 2 accounts. No, I blew 1 account. That was up good. I blew it on the first 2 days. And now this account we're up about 80. I don't really care though because it is a new account that I haven't had a trade that hasn't been break even. I should have had a good winner today, but I mismanaged it. It's all cool. But yeah, this just doesn't look that great for me right now, to me. I would just like to see price get out of this accumulation. You can't really trade when it's just going like this. You can't really find a good trade. When moves like this, and look, we're in this right now. This is the move you want to taste. So that's my review for the day. The mistakes I made, again, moving myself to break even before I should have. And then my other mistake on the trade I took over here is just, I'm just way too zoomed in. This 1 minute fair value gap, I mean, this scalp worked perfectly. Like, this scalp played out, this inverse here after taking the 1 minute, after taking the low. It works good, but it doesn't need to work. And it's just a trade that if I lost, I would go back and say, why did I even take, like, what was the reason to take that trade? And to be honest, there really is no real reason. We had like a baby SMT between these lows. But that you're just building a case just because I was trying to put on a trade and I just wanted to make money. And I think I was just upset from not capitalizing on the move I got in earlier. It's just stuff that I can take away that I just got to be more conscious of. I'm glad that I didn't spiral, but who knows? Maybe if I lost, I would have spiraled. So I need to just, every day I need to be more focused, every single day being focused on the habits I'm building and just not letting myself spiral. If I take a loss, cool. Was it a good loss? Was it a bad loss? Learn from it because I know I can do this. I know I can trade eventually. I will get it. And that's why I'm going to be a lot more consistent posting onto my YouTube because that consistency and discipline is going to carry over to my trading, carry over everything else. So consistently posting. And I do want to get into posting more so I can build a little bit of an audience just so I can have a little bit more accountability for myself and not just take terrible trades. And I can post every trade I take and be more honest. But yeah, today was all right. Only good setup I saw for me that I got in but just mismanaged it. It is what it is. So that's it for me. And if I take another trade, I'll probably just post the recording of it. Probably won't do another review of it. So yeah.